Patrick Ewing.
Yes.
One of the all-time most underrated players of all time.
Yes.
This is a sports show. Listen, I'm an enormous Knicks fan.
Yes.
I'm also 43. I lived through that golden era.
Me too. I'm 48.
But if you're a
49.
real hardcore basketball knowledgeable fan, what you also know is John Starks and Anthony Mason and Charles Barkley are overrated. They're amazing. They're the best. But I believe that Patrick Ewing is extremely underrated because I don't think people actually understand what he was surrounded by. I really believe that.
So, wait a minute.
Okay.
So his Knicks teammates weren't good?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
Oakley's
saying?
one of my favorites of all time here.
Mine too. Like I want Oakley to be my best friend. Unfortunately he's best friends with Michael Jordan, which, breaks my brain. But
Right.
I think they're very solid players. Like really good players, but not as good as people think because they were so tough and awesome and rad. And I believe that Patrick Ewing is one of the all-time underrated players because of the context of what surrounded him.
He also played in a great era for centers with David Robinson and Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, I mean, but
and early Shaq.
He's better than David Robinson. He just is.
He's better than David Robinson?
100%. I mean that. I'm shocked that people don't understand that. I mean it. I just think he's way better.
He just didn't.
But that's your Knick fandom.
I know.
No, I really don't think so. I really, honestly, I mean this. Look, I didn't say Hakeem. My Knicks fandom is the next sentence. He's better than Hakeem Olajuwon. That's my Knicks fandom.
Okay.
My non-Knicks fandom is Patrick Ewing is better than David Robinson, guys. He just is. Eye test. I lived it. I watched a lot of those. Like Robinson, I don't know. He was a really, really, the Admiral's a great, nice, solid, great, a real great player. Patrick Ewing's better.
So you're saying the fact that Patrick Ewing, because I'm trying to bring this all full circle here, is that Patrick Ewing
real quick on David Robinson. The West was whack. It was the reverse, right?
He was MVP of the league.
I don't give a crap. The MVP of the league is not a variable that is super exciting to debate. It's a really, you know this. You're too smart for that statement.
To say that he was MVP of the league?
It's an arbitrary, Michael Jordan, I hate him with my whole heart, should have been MVP every year. LeBron should be MVP every year.
Yeah.
They do it on timing, cadence. There's so many variables. MVP is a joke.
Well,
Can we just get rid of it in
the
sports?
same way that Coach of the Year should be Belichick every year. Or it should have been Phil Jackson every year. Look,
Phil Jackson is an all-time overrated coach.
MVP is also what you remember most
TJ,
about
Phil Jackson's
that year.
an all-time overrated coach. Bill Belichick, man, want to talk about somebody I dislike? All-time. Phil Jackson, enough with Phil Jackson. Show me one seat. Bill Belichick's greatest thing that ever happened to Bill Belichick was Matt Castle. The greatest thing that ever happened to Bill Belichick's career was Brady being out for that year. The problem for Phil is, show me, Larry Brown is a way better coach than Phil Jackson.
I'm still having a really hard time with you thinking Patrick Ewing is better than David Robinson.
No problem. I understand.
Well,
You're having a tough time with that.
You could make this argument.
You cannot.
Yes,
Patrick Ewing was never higher than 5th in MVP voting.
I'm going to lose my mind.
But that has
Dude, you cannot use MVP as a variable to a sports debate. It is a ludicrous data point.
It is not.
Okay.
MVP is also what
How
you
old
remember
are you?
most from
Let's start
that
with
season.
This. This is important. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38? 38?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right on the cusp. But look, eye test matters. Rich, actually help us here as the oldest statesman here.
Yes.
Do you believe that it's hard? I really believe this. It's hard when you didn't have eye test. If we're really having a conversation, if we're really having a fun debate, not for shtick, I do believe not having eye test data is an issue. If you don't have eye test data, I don't know anything about Oscar Robertson. I don't have eye test data.
I understand that.
I would love to know more about Dr. J for real. I believe, and then this is every debate, right?
Sure.
Well, it's like talking about Babe Ruth.
Here's what I can tell you.
None of us ever watched
Patrick
Babe Ruth
Ewing
play.
clowned David Robinson one-on-one in their career, and for real. If you eye test their matchups, I'm telling you, he was a better player on eye test. He just was.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.